What's going on, guys? This is Travesty here, and today I'm bringing you my Week 3 team analysis, because that's right, PPL is back! After the 1 week break of everyone going away at EGX, we are finally back, and I am so pumped. I'm really keen to get this started again. It's my favourite thing to do. So, if you don't know what the PPL is, it stands for Pokemon Premier League. Basically, like a combination of a normal sports league and Pokemon. I will leave links to the PPL channel and Twitter down in the description, as well as the public spreadsheet where you can see league table, MVP race, people's teams, that kind of thing. But a quick update on that in any case, we have season progress. So my team, the North Melbourne Kangaskhans, most of you probably know, currently sitting at 4th on the ladder, which is pretty solid considering we've only won 1 game, but so have most of the other teams, as you can see there. And we also have the current MVP. Kurum, picking up 5 kills last week, has shot it from nowhere to top of the MVP race, which is pretty nice. We'll see if we can keep that going. Unfortunately, none of our other ones are in the top 10, but you know, these things happen. Now, moving on to the match, we are playing against the Chicago Cubchoos and Carter, or Creator, or he has a lot of names. And he's bringing a very terrifying team. I'm honestly, legitimately terrified, because he has MEGA-SABLEYE, which I have no switch-ins for, Scizor, which I kinda have switch-ins for, Rotom Heat, which is just annoying to take down, Roserade, which I have no switch-ins for, Garchomp I have no switch-ins for, Crawdon I have no switch-ins for, Hitmonchan, not too worried about, Aerodactyl, I don't really have a great switch-in, and Spiritomb, I don't have anything great to take it down. So team matchup, not really in my favour, but I have counter-teamed him fairly well, I think. I've got a fairly solid team. I don't know, I feel pretty comfortable with it. It's done pretty well in testing, so we're going to see how it goes in the actual match. Now, first one I'm bringing, if my freaking mouse could work, there we go. First one I'm bringing is NIDOQUEEN. So, NIDOQUEEN's job this match is to bait MEGA-SABLEYE and kill it, basically. Because I'm holding the Payapa Berry, so I'm hoping, basically I'm going to try and lead with this, hope he leads MEGA-SABLEYE expecting Sableye, then bait the Psychic type move and eat it up and then hit it back with a Poison Gem, because Payapa Berry weakens the Psychic attack. It's also EV'd, so if that doesn't happen and I'm at full health, NIDOQUEEN can switch in on a Hyper Voice and still take any Psychic attack, and live with absolute minimum of 1 HP. I literally EV'd it, so it would live a max roll Hyper Voice and a max roll any Psychic attack from a modest Gardevoir with at least 1 HP. So yeah, I was really spooked by Gardevoir and needed something to try and deal with it straight away. I also have Ice Beam and Flamethrower, because that will hit the Garchomp and the Scizor and Oko, either of them, with a little bit of special attack investment that I have. And then Stealth Rocks, because they're really nice to wear down, Rotom Heat, Aerodactyl, nice for Spiritomb as well. He also can't spin them away with Hitmonchan while I still have Sableye around, and Aerodactyl can defog, but I feel like he'll lose so much momentum from that, because I have things that can destroy Aerodactyl. It just also tears through my team pretty well. I am running a Sassy Nature, which is plus special defense minus speed, and you may see a cameo from my cat because it's just climbed up on the table. But even with a minus speed nature, it'll outspeed uninvested Scizor by 1 point. If he decides to speed creep me, that's fine, I can deal with Scizor. He'll probably be hitting me with bullet punches anyway. And the next one is my MEGA-SABLEYE, as I did mention a couple of times in that. I really want to bring this thing to every match because it's just so damned good. More physically defensive this time, with a little bit of attack investment, so that Shadow Sneak can take on that MEGA-SABLEYE a little bit better. I also have Foul Play, so that I can't be set up on by the Scizor, Crawdon, potentially even the Garchomp. Will-O-Wisp to just burn things, because it's nice to burn things and wear them down. Hopefully I can burn the Spiritomb when he's not running the Rest Talk set. If he's running Rest Talk Calm Mind, I'll use that opportunity to set up with some other mons, which we'll talk about later. If he's just bringing Rest with, you know, Willow, Shadow Sneak and something else, then I can deal with it. Yeah, so basically this is, as MEGA-SABLEYE always is, it's to deter hazards going up, it's to wall most of his physical threats, and just stay healthy for as long as possible and be annoying, because that's what MEGA-SABLEYE does really well. I also have written there that Hitmonchan, which is something which I thought I completely walled, gets Natural Gift. So many things get Natural Gift, and it's so annoying, because Natural Gift Key Berry becomes a 100 base power Fairy type move, which does a lot of damage, so I'm going to need to watch out for that if that situation arises. The next mon I'm bringing is Venus the TOGEKISS, another physically defensive mon. I'm starting off with my 3 defensive mons this week. I don't always do 3 and 3, but I do generally play balanced. I like having a couple of switch-ins and a couple of things to hit hard. This is another one of my switch-ins. So physically defensive TOGEKISS with Dazzling Gleam, Flamethrower, Roost, and Defog. Defog is basically because Roserade can actually set up spikes on me because it gets Dazzling Gleam. Which means I can't just freely switch in Sableye to it because I don't want to be taking 2 Dazzling Gleams in a row. In fact, I don't really want to take 1. So if he can use Roserade to set up spikes on me, and I don't particularly want those hazards around because they actually hurt my team quite a lot. So I've got Defog on there to get rid of those, also potentially to get rid of any rocks that are set up early game before I'm able to get my Mega off with Sableye. So, also have Flamethrower to hit Sizzle because a non-banded Sizzle cannot 2-hit KO TOGEKISS. Because this thing is fatter than I thought. 85, 95, 115 defenses is incredible. Invested makes it actually really hard to take down because it gets good recovery, and leftovers just keep it relatively healthy. Even like an Ice Punch from Hitmonchan's not doing much. I can outspeed it, I can roost up. Dazzling Gleam hits quite a lot of his team pretty hard, like Crawdont, Garchomp, Hitmonchan. It 2-hit KOs Aerodactyl because Aerodactyl is pretty frail. That's all I can think of that actually does a lot of damage to, and Flamethrower obviously destroys Sizzle. I am walled by Rotom Heat, but it has something else to deal with Rotom Heat, completely. Which is why I didn't end up putting Ancient Power on there. That, and I didn't feel like being a dick and running Serene Grace Ancient Power. Also, I know Serene Grace isn't particularly useful for this moveset, because the only thing it boosts is a chance for a burn on Flamethrower, which, look, it'll OHKO Sizzle anyway, so it's unlikely to come into play. But the thing is, Super Luck is incompatible with Defog, and there is no reason to run Hustle. So I might as well just run Serene Grace, because I need Defog. Well, I don't need Defog, but I feel like it could come in handy. Next mon I'm bringing is basically my win condition. COBALION with Close Combat, Swords Dance, Iron Head, Magnet Rise, and a very, very weird EV spread, because that's how the numbers worked out after I sped correct. Also, that 36 HP investment brings it up to a nice 171, which means it basically takes as little damage as possible from Life Orb while getting out as many possible hits, I think. That's how it works. It outspeeds anything that isn't Scarfed and isn't Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is the only thing on this team that naturally outspeeds me, and I have EV to outspeed Max Speed Jolly Garchomp. I did have Rock Polish on here at one point, which would guarantee me to outspeed everything, but decided on Magnet Rise because the main Scarfless he's probably going to bring would either be Garchomp or Aerodactyl. Like I said, I have something to do with Rotom Heat later. If he does decide to bring it, I just need to preserve that thing. Rotom Heat also takes a lot of damage from rocks, which is nice. I don't really see him bring Soft Rotom. I don't know why. I just don't feel like he will. It'll be easier for me to deal with if he doesn't. If he brings a bulkier one, it's harder for me to take down. Magnet Rise basically means I can wall the things that would outspeed me. So if he brings Scarfed Garchomp, I set up a Magnet Rise, and Earthquake doesn't touch me. He'll probably have Poison Jab, which I'm immune to, Dragon Claw, which does nothing, and Insert Coverage Move, which, like Stone Edge, maybe, won't do anything. So I can then use that opportunity to set up the Swords Dance and then sweep through his team. The only thing that's kind of stopping that is Spiritomb. A +2 Iron Head does a min of like 63% to Spiritomb, so I'll need to wear that down a bit if he does decide to bring it. Other than that, COBALION can OHKO his rest of his team at +2. So that's going to be fun. Next mon I'm bringing is Choice Scarfed Lantern. Why? Because I am a lord. That's why. And this graphic is still wrong, because I forgot to change it. God damn it. Okay. It shouldn't be 116 speed, it should be max speed and only 4 in HP. That's a typo. The 116 was something I was speed creeping. I wanted it to be faster when Scarfed than max speed Jolly Garchomp. Decided to just go max speed because there was something. There was something which, if it was Scarfed, I would outspeed by 1 point. I can't remember what that was. Possibly Sizzle. So if he brings max speed Scar Scissor, I'll still outspeed. I think that was it. Anyway, Modest with HP Fire, Scald, Volt Switch, and Ice Beam because he has surprisingly few switch-ins, considering it's such a weak little fish. Scald is nice to burn things, basically, because like I have with Sableye, I just want to wear things down a little bit with burn damage. HP Fire just destroys Scizor. Volt Switch because I want Initiative, it does good chunk of damage to a lot of things. The only thing obviously it's immune to it is Garchomp, and I have Ice Beam, which OHKOs Garchomp. Ice Beam also 2 KOs an offensive Roserade, and Scald and Volt Switch do a lot to Aerodactyl. So the aim with this thing, it still doesn't outspeed Aerodactyl unfortunately because it's just so slow, but if I can get a surprise KO on something like Gardevoir or Garchomp, then Lanturn's job is done. It just needs to shock something with, hey look, I'm Scarfed, and just take something out, or even just take a huge chunk of damage out of something so I can revenge it more easily. Something like Rotom Heat, for example, if he thinks he'll outspeed and can switch out, and I don't know, it's worked so far, just getting damage on things when he's not expecting a Scarf. So, next one, stupid mouse, next one and the last one I'm bringing is Darmanitan. Another Scarfer because I seem to bring dual Scarfers a lot. Sheer Force Jolly with max attack, a little bit of HP investment, and enough speed to outspeed max speed Roserade, I believe, just in case he decides to bring a Scarfed, which is something he might, because it can hit my team very, very hard. Flareblitz, U-Turn, Rock Slide, and Will-O-Wisp. I think this is actually the exact same Darmanitan that I brought against Troy in week 1, because I'm pretty sure that time I EV'd for Lucario, which is the same base speed as Roserade, and I had the exact same moves, because Flareblitz destroys everything, U-Turn is nice for initiative, Rock Slide is the only other coverage move I need to hit Aerodactyl, and, what's the other thing? There's something else to get here about Rotom Heat, of course, Rotom Heat. And Will-O-Wisp is because it doesn't get any coverage to hit Garchomp. I looked at HP Ice, and it does a solid, like, 25%. And I decided Will-O-Wisp would be better because it not only allows me to get chip damage on the Garchomp, if he decides to switch it in, it also will hit anything else he decides, like if he predicts U-turn for some reason and goes into Scizor and I burn it, if he brings a bulky defensive-ish Crawdon or something and I go for Will-O-Wisp, all of those things will be neutered. Even like Spiritomb, if you bring physically defensive Spiritomb, will 2 KO with Flareblitz, I believe, because it's just so powerful. But Will-O-Wisp is just there basically to predict Garchomp, and if I can get that burned, it's so much less of a problem because it does not get recovery. And then the Scarf is because I need to outspeed Mega Gardevoir, and I'm guaranteed to outspeed Mega Gardevoir. I will also outspeed Aerodactyl if he's not Scarfed, which I don't think he'll bring Scarfed. Someone did in testing, but we'll see. And yeah, Rock Slide just OHKOs it, I'm pretty sure. And Flareblitz OHKOs Mega Gardevoir, even if it's like max HP, max defense, which is pretty cool. So I have a guaranteed way to revenge Mega Gardevoir. In fact, I have multiple, which is why it's not as much of a problem as I initially thought. I just don't have switching for it. So, that is my team for week 3. Hopefully the battle all goes well. Haven't had it yet. I'm going to have it in a couple of days' time. I will have had it by the time this is uploaded though, so yeah. The battle will be going up on the 30th of September, which is next Wednesday, at midnight GMT, which I believe is 10 AM if you're in the Asia Pacific region like me, you know, Sydney time, Canberra time, whatever. And I hope you go watch that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next upload.